Today it's about science and divine. Religion is not something that stops man from being reasonable. Is there any religion which asks man to kill another? It is the nature of man to find some difference in others. There is nothing to do with the religion. He will always find a way to fight. Maybe in the future, after a century, man will start living in different planets. Even after becoming a multi-planetary species, which we soon will be, we may be fighting for getting control over different planets. In short, man will always find difference in everything. That is how we are evolved for, to make difference and classify. Stopping one thing will not stop him from doing this. Only thing which you have to remember is, we all are humans and evolved from same parent at the beginning, and remember we all are brothers and sisters and we all are somehow connected. There is an invisible connection among us. I actually did something for that. Please watch this video on my channel. I don't agree with the term religions. If there is only one God, then why should you use the term religions? Being a law student, actually I am a law student, it's my duty to prove things. Today I will prove you two things. Firstly, there is only one God and religions are different paths to reach Him. Secondly, science is not conflicting with religion in any means. Swami Vivekananda once told that religions are like rivers flowing to the ocean. They may choose different paths, but the ultimate goal is to reach the ocean, which is God. Christianity, Islam and Hinduism are three major religions. To prove my concept, just we have to consider these three religions. There is lot of similarities or connections among these religions. Now I am going to prove that all are the same. Some of you may know that Islam and Christianity are brother religions. The God in Bible is Allah in Quran. The only difference which I could find was, Christians consider Jesus as Son of God, and under Islam, Jesus is considered as a prophet. Both include same stories with little difference. Also there is some difference in pronouncing names like Abraham, Ibrahim, Moses, Musa, like that. They share a common history and split at some point. Frankly, I don't find any other difference in these two religions. Again, when you come to Hinduism, there is this Srishti Chakra which explains creation. When you study it deeply, there is a concept called Parabrahma, which means a universal spirit which creates everything. He is placed at the top of Srishti Chakra, which again points to the concept of one God. In Rig Veda, it is written Egam Sat Vipra Hauda Vadanti, which translates as follows. That which exists is one, sages call it by various names, which again means God is one, wise men call it by various names. In short, these three religions point to the concept of one God, a supreme creator. In the biblical creation, in the first paragraph, it was written, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. It means the means of creation was the sound of God. You can see the same in Hinduism. In the beginning, there was Om. Om is defined as the cosmic sound. It is made with three syllables, A, O and M. You chatter it and you can feel the vibration in your entire body. Also in Quran, there is this Kun Fayakun. It means be and it is. It is used to refer to God's or Allah's glorious creation powers. Likewise, when you study them deeply, you can find a lot of similarities. Now in your mind there will be a question. Then why this difference? The simplest answer for that is, we were not connected. It was all before globalization and we were unaware of the things happening on the other side of the world. God was interpreted differently at different parts of the world. It was the view of different persons on God. Many times politics, social situations and customs merge with our beliefs. I will make it clear with a small example. Consider a class with 30 students. Keep them in a straight line. You whisper a story on the first boy's ear and tell him to pass the story on the next boy's ear. Continue this process till the 30th student. Now you ask the last person to speak it loud. Surprisingly, you will hear an entirely different story. That is the drawback of an ear-to-ear communication. Before paper, before tools, before writing itself, this was the only way of knowledge sharing. Here, each student represents a generation. But you can always see similarities on things affecting globally. For instance, during the Matsya incarnation of Lord Vishnu, a great flood is mentioned. In Bible, there is a similar story of great flood. It is the story of Noah or Nuh in Quran. You may have heard of Noah, sir. In both these stories, there is a lot of similarities like building a boat, carrying a pair of carrying a pair of all animal species, etc. It is because the flood was something which affected globally. All the persons on the planet experienced it. They interpret it as they understand. In short, it's like this. My name is Anish, my mom called me Annie, and my friends call me... No, that's my nickname. Like that, God has different names. That's it. Okay, now I proved that all religions are the same. Next thing is to prove that science is not conflicting with religion in any means. Science moves parallel to religion. God is not a magician to create something from nothing. He made all things by some means, and science explains it. Early man cannot understand if God explains the complex secrets of creation. So he explained it in the way how they could understand. I will make it clear. Majority of scientists depends on Big Bang theory as the origin of universe. Particle accelerator experiments like Large Hadron Collider are trying to prove it true by creating antimatter on top. According to the theory of Big Bang, energy froze to mass, possible by Einstein's mass-energy relation. And at a point it explodes, and it was all the beginning of universe, and it is still expanding. In the above section I explained about the sound of God, which is also a form of energy. It is the energy which creates the universe through Big Bang. Now proving one religion proves the others. In the first paragraph of Bible, Genesis 1, it is written, the Spirit of God was hovering over water. It means the life begins in ocean. Also, the 7 days of creation is not our 7 days. It means the 7 days of God. It can be millions or billions of years. And it is the time of evolution. It also says that we are made from soil. Check our DNA, which is made up of phosphorus, carbon, etc. elements in soil. Likewise, when you study them deeply, you can reach a conclusion that every religion has a scientific link. You have to interpret them correctly. In short, science is a religion whose holy book is reasoning. It is because, like every religion, the ultimate goal of science is human welfare. Your body is not merely a material for procreation. It can do more than what you think. It carries the Spirit of God. I believe that Spirit has our wisdom, because that is what separates us from animals. There is an effect called placebo effect. Your body can cure any disease simply with faith. Placebo effect is my favorite. Google it, learn about it, it's fantastic. Both good and evil are necessary, but it should be in a balance. If you don't know what is pain, how will you know the value of happiness? If you don't know what is darkness, how will you know the value of light? It's actually a Chinese concept called yin and yang. Okay, now what is heat? Heat is a form of energy caused by vibration of molecules in a matter, and it can be transferred. Now what is cold? Cold is not any kind of energy. It is a state where there is no heat. Similarly, darkness is a situation where there is no light. Like that, evil is a situation or evil is a state where there is no good. It is not a special creation of God, but it is necessary. Because if we were happy always and always satisfied with what we have, we would never make all these inventions and discoveries. Still you will be in jungle with your monkey friends, you urban monkeys. I will end this part with a small story which my grandfather once told me. Sadly, he passed away last year. This incident took place during his college life. During this time, communism was growing secretly in Kerala campuses. Every day after college, he and his friends have to walk a long distance back to home. Some of his friends were communists. As you know, communists during that time do not believe in God. On the way back, there was a small temple with a lot of stone idols under a banyan tree. One day, his friends told him that there is no God, and if there was God, they wouldn't have to suffer this hunger and poverty. So every day his friends take one stone idol from that temple and throw it somewhere on their way. They continue this process till that temple gets empty. Years passed. Believe it or not, the funniest part is 7 of that stone idols they throw away are now new temples. What happened was somebody found their land and believing it as a miracle, they built a temple for that idol. That's what happened. My grandfather concluded that what his friends tried to do was to destroy the faith in God. But surprisingly, their act resulted in spreading the faith in God. Truth cannot be hidden for long. God is truth. Even if you try to hide it, it will rise in some form. So in conclusion, everything is for good. Always personalize your religion. Accept good things from every religion. Learning all religions gives a clear view of God. You should have an idea what to believe. Do not blindly follow any religion because they are all interpretations you may misinterpret. Remember, even if you are an atheist, you are on a singing boat, you call God, not your mom. Thank you.